Hey, this is Notser, and today we're taking a look at the Republique. This is a Tier 10 French battleship, and it's rare on the channel, but I wanted to make this game because it's a secondary. I really enjoyed my Ohio build, the Georgia, the Massachusetts. It's a continuation of my GK build, and I figured, let's try the French because they're the third ones with the secondary gun range to actually work out. They don't suffer from the same things that the Japanese battleships do to the Ray Citadel, so maybe we could make it work. Maybe. But it's the exact same build as I use on my GK, on my Ohio, from a commander standpoint. Same modules, with the exception being the unique upgrade for the Republic. It enhances the main battery's reload, but it does reduce the range of the guns, so it is a big downside, especially considering the gun velocity that the French bring to the table. But if you're going a secondary build, it doesn't really matter, and in fact I've enjoyed it in the past. It's kind of like a super cruiser reload. Really enjoy the Thunderer, obviously, for that reload, and oh gosh, the Petro, we're both in each other's way! This has been a terrible start. So, me and the Petro spawned on the west side, and we were the only ships that spawned on the west side, and as you can see, we're the only ships that are basically on the west right now, save for the friendly Shimakaze, which seemingly has a suicide pact with, I don't know, someone on the enemy team. He just wants to run into the enemy and kill himself. I don't know why he's doing that play, but it's not recommended, of course, and it's contributing to my belief that this is probably a loss. We lost a friendly DD on the east side, trying to push up and take C, and if we lose the Shima, we only have 2 more DDs left, and they're all on the east side, and I'm desperately trying to retreat from all this HE spam coming my way, and it's just, oh, it's awful. It's terrible. I'm like crying on stream about how this isn't how it was supposed to be. We were loading in the Republic, and we were supposed to have a chance. Oh, we don't have a chance? Yeah, about that. But we finally disengaged, and lo and behold, there's a broadside Minotaur, so I'm going to line him up and fire at him, looking for some broadside citadels, and we don't get any. We do get 1 overpin, and it opens it up for the enemy to fire on us, but doesn't set us on fire, and the minnow is still broadside. Now, the French have great gun velocity. It will absolutely get out there and do tons and tons of damage to that broadside, and I'm hoping, and it looks good. Yeah, it's good. That is a great broadside, and one that he will not forget. Also, friendly Shima, don't know how he got back, but he is successfully sailing away somehow. We are still giving ground. We are still taking damage from the west side. East side still hasn't captured C. Nice. We got that Citadel, knocked him out. That's one of the nice things about the gun caliber on the Republic. It can overmatch any of the Minotaur. So any angle that you hit at with your AP, you're probably going in, and if it's low with the Citadel, it's probably a Citadel. So happy about that. Not happy about the game. It's about the only thing that's been successful as far as I can estimate. And yeah, I was really hoping that this would have gone a lot better. Clearly, I can't ever use my secondaries because I can't get close to the targets. I'm already super low. I've already farmed 1.5 million potential damage in enemies shooting at me. And yeah. I'm just done with the West. And I'm hoping for anything at this point. Hoping for anything. Okay, good. Get a little bit of ricochet from that AP. So we're going to lead our target on the Harugumo. Now, the best way to gain the lead requirement for an enemy DD with the Nomogram Classic is to use the bottom bar, and what you want to do is you want to take the number, if it's 6 seconds or 8 seconds to the target, and you want to double that. And that's going to give you a 40 knot scale, which is perfect for most DDs because they operate right at around 40 knots. With exceptions, obviously. So we were trying to lead the Harugumo, and we're going to try it again. And we have pretty good gun velocity, so we don't have to, this isn't an American battleship where we lead literally off of the screen at this range. This is a little bit more effective. Having said that, we are not actually doing well. The Petro is dead. Petro was on the flank, and now it's just me and the Shima against the remnant enemy force. My team finally captured C Point. It's only been almost 7 minutes, but at least we have C, and it's 1-2 now. We need to get it back to 2-1, or maybe even 3-1, or 3-1. 3-1's impossible. 3-0, but we need to try and get something. Maybe a ship kill, maybe a broadside. Yes, a broadside cruiser. I would love one. Please give me a broadside. We do have an enemy Montana. Oh, and the Harugumo. Look how close the Harugumo actually sailed up to us. He's nearly in secondary range, and I led the target. Maybe elevated the guns a little bit too much, but we did still do 4,300. And just continuously moving away from this Harugumo. I have the gun velocity advantage, so I'm going to use it. He does seem to be slowing down, maybe for smoke, and yes, we do see smoke. And we drew in the shot well enough that we did 7,500 damage. Happy about that. He clearly is using IFHE. If he wasn't using IFHE, he wouldn't be firing this sporadically on my ship. But because I'm French, I'm only allowed 32 millimeters of outside armor. So I'm going to take full damage from it. But drop off detection, the 20 seconds elapse, and I'm able to fire on a ship on the other side of the map, although it doesn't look like he will have moved fast enough to get under the guns. No, he did not. Teammates are going to finish him. Petro, and come on, in the Puerto Rico. And we're taking damage from the side. We have to operate at max range. This is one of the reasons why you don't play French as a secondary, because it's hard to play them as a secondary. You end up taking too much HE damage, and it's hard. And anytime that you take too much damage, you have to sail away, and then when you move outside of your secondary range, well, I mean, you might as well not even have it. So, yeah, in this game, the secondary build has been a complete failure. Our tank ability has actually been pretty impressive, but we're still behind, and we've got 4 enemy ship kills. So if the enemy gets a couple kills, it's going to be a bad day for us. And we get a nice broadside on the Monty, but it's pretty bad that we have 3 extra kills, and they still have a point advantage. That means that they have had a cap advantage far too long, and it's been uncontested. Now, this is causing a crazy play. Friendly Montana is moving forward. Now, he has a lot of health, but he's not going to have a lot of health if he's making that play. So I'm trying desperately to give him any contribution, and oh no, torpedoes. Any Harugumo shows himself. Harugumo is going to probably die to friendlies, and yes, he does. Finally, good. And we're working on the enemy so far, you know. For every kill that they get, we get one in return. So they might have this advantage, and ooh, that was a good salvo over the island. Unfortunately, we lost the friendly battleship that did go into B to try and contest it. So I don't know that the battleship should have been the one to contest. I think battleships are probably not the ships to contest. I would use DDs, of course, with better concealment. And are we going to drop down into the Citadel? No, we get overpen, but we get a lot of overpen, so it's a good bulky broadside. But yeah, I would not recommend a battleship going into a point where there's still like 6 to 8 enemy ships in range to fire on you. They're just going to throw everything at it and eventually kill you. And speaking of throwing everything at it, my shells plus the torps end up doing good damage. Enemy torpedoes, actually, enemy torpedo makes contact, then I hit immediately after that right under the gun, and it does nearly 5,000, and that's another kill for our team. And we need to get on the map, capture bases, reminding players, let's get the bases, guys. Please, let's get the bases. While all that's going on, I'm headed south. I figure we got to deal with ships. Enemy Slava is the closest target to my position, and one that, honestly, doesn't have enough armor to withstand consistent fire. He's got 25 on his bow. So if I shoot him on his bow at any point, it's just going to go through like it's nothing. That's really great. And one of the complaints that I would see is that the French have an advantage against the Soviets because it has good gun velocity and can hit those positions consistently at range. And, you know, first shot, Yamato, not really what I was looking for. Looking for a little bit more damage. Don't have any shot on that. And obviously, Alexander Nevsky, way too far away. The enemy team's doing a good job. They're making my team come to them. They're taking the advantages that they have, and they're grouping up, trying to concentrate their fire. Slava gets the Des Moines, unfortunately, and knowing that the Slava got the Des Moines, we're going to obviously fire on him, looking for some good damage, which we get. We get 4 shells to penetrate his armor, and that is exactly the kind of damage we need to force the Slava into a more defensive position. Unfortunately, this island's in the way, but it does look like we are able to get our shells over the island. And is it going to drop? Yes, it does drop, but they do overpin his nose. And I notice, you know, very quickly, I should be moving because the Yamato plus the Slava, I don't have enough health to risk really accurate shots. So we're moving away, locate the shells low, friendlies are firing as well. Hopefully we get a Citadel. Don't get a Citadel, but nearly 10,000, and someone else does a massive amount of damage. I don't know who did that. Maybe it was the Montana, but they definitely got Citadels. And, you know, if we get one more salvo like that, we absolutely can take him out. The reload is ridiculously high with this legendary, with the unique module. And, ooh, good location. Yes! Wow. That's all we did? That's all that was left? At least we got him dead. Friendly Montana's alive. And that's a great little bonus from that play because it validates the target selection. Can we... Yamato just shot at the Montana. Damn. It looks like, yeah, he takes him out. If we could have finished the Yamato before he got that salvo off, that would have been spectacular. That would have been a 2-ship trade, and maybe our teammate drops off for the rest. He died, and we're alive, so we need to help. And it's not looking good, right? We were talking about how the enemy had the base advantage, and once they normalized the ship kills, it was going to be bad. Yeah, it's bad, but we are just barely holding on, and there are a lot of low-health enemy ships that are either disengaging or they happen to be in a position where they are contesting or spotting for A, B. That enemy Alexander sees obviously A. The friendly, the enemy DD at B point, who's spotting my friendly teammates that are northeast and northwest of B, they are spotting for the 2 Thunderers in the background. So I figured, let's move towards the grouped up Thunderers. It does look like the Alexander Nevsky is grouping up with them. And if I can get within gun range, I am at least healthy enough to risk enemy shells. And if I commit to angling, it will take a very long time for them to kill me. So yes, I don't have a lot of health. I don't have any recovery. But what I do have is armor that I can lean on at least a little bit. And I think that players probably overvalue their hit points and undervalue just having an extra body dealing with whatever. Whether it's the enemy trying to attack a base or defend or anything. Having that extra body to focus fire and double or triple the damage per minute in the matchup really helps, and it goes a long way, and it becomes overwhelming to deal with so many problems. So, team on the west, good recapture of A. Well, I don't think we ever had A, but good first capture of A. B point, enemy DD was taken out. Ooh, Alexander Nevsky, he's spotted. Give me your broadside. Nomogram Classic is a great, great crosshair. Lined up the shot. Looks pretty good. Felt pretty good. Yes! First shot on him, knocked him out. That felt so good. He was firing so much HE at us, and it was so annoying. But he's dead, and he's going to go to the bottom of the ocean. Now all that's left is, more HE fire spamming ships. Yeah, the Thunderers. One is broadside, so we're going to shoot at that one. With obviously, we know that we're low enough that the enemy, if they want to, they can shoot us, and they probably will. So let's just be ready. First salvo, unfortunately, goes long. Enemy Thunderer turns in and closes that distance and makes the shells go long, so he does a good job. And, of course, he's firing on us. I fire on the waterline of the lower health one. And while the incoming shells trying to actively maneuver, And only one HE shell hits us. Oh, we got 3 penetrations on the unspotted Thunderer. That'll be good. That should be like 12,000 damage, give or take. So whenever we reacquire him, yeah, he's a little bit less healthy. And once again, he is broadside. So we're going to line up the shot again. Incoming shells. They do fall short, which is great. He's still firing on us, but you know what? It's HE. He can't kill us with HE. So if he can't kill us with HE, we can kill his friendly, and then it's just him left, and there's no way that with everyone alive that we've got this. The team completed the comeback. He keeps hitting really unfortunate positions, like on my guns. Ooh, nice and heavy. Nope. Finally sets us on fire. This took way too long. I was like, why can't we kill this guy? I decide, let's put the fire out. They're going to be... Ultimately, they're going to sail right next to each other just in time for my shells to line up. And can we knock out one? We do knock out one. It causes us to earn Kraken Unleashed. And then there was one. And he is actively firing on us as well. I'm just trying to duck and dodge. Good job, team. Man, it was pretty dire there, but pleasantly surprised by the comeback. Would have loved to have tried the secondaries, though, I admit. Thank you so much for watching. If you'd like to check out more of my content, you can click the most recent or the most relevant uploads. You could also choose to subscribe to my channel. We do World of Warship videos, first impression, how-to, news, and review related. My North American recruit invite is on the screen. You can take advantage of that. I stream at twitch.tv/Notser. Thank you, have a wonderful day, and I'll catch you next time.